All right.
Good morning, everyone. For those who can hear us. Good morning, everyone. Well, thank you for joining us on this hour. So, you cannot hear us. Hi, good morning, everyone. Good morning for those following us. Good morning, Plymouth. Good morning, Kitam Radio. Good morning, Plymouth. Welcome to our Friday Business Talk. It's Friday the 27th. Can you imagine? We're nearly end of November. We were at the end of November, and soon it's going to be end of December. Christmas is here. So thank you for all those who are joining us. Today is we're having an amazing topic to develop about. So quickly, let me just introduce myself. I am Jabo Butera, and I am the Managing Director of Diversity Business Incubator. You can find more information about us on all platforms. So just Google us or go on site dbi.org.uk or mainly on our social platforms, either YouTube or Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all that. So what we do mainly we are a platform or a first point of reference for BME businesses, not exclusively, but mainly, but also for startup. If you ever thought about starting your own business, have you ever thought about being financially free? Have you ever thought about moving towards that independence of finances and say, how can I go that journey? Please get in touch with us. We might have ideas, or we might just see how we can turn your passion into a business. We've got some good feedback. We've got some organization we've helped in the city, so you'll have referrals and references to go to find what we do. So today, especially, we have a conversation we want to bring on a topic on where we're talking about women in decision-making position. We chose this topic mainly. There's a lot of fun. We are blessed to have a majority of our people we work with, our staff or our interns. They're all from they're women. We are blessed to have a majority of our staff being women. So we are blessed to have that. But also, you go with today trend and seeing what's happening. COVID, there was information saying countries which were led by women, they had less cases or they had better management with COVID. Is that because women were deciding on it? We'll we'll pick on that. We'll talk about that. And then you look on the other side, we have like in America, which is more popular these days with the news and everything. Kamala Harris coming up. Very excited about that. So now having a black woman in the position. What is it? How is it? How do we feel? And what are the just? We'll talk about that. I'm not the expert. I cannot be speaking on behalf of men. So we have our guest today. But also I want to bring on as well. There is a debate which has been going on. Not a debate, but a case been having with Priti Patel. She's the Secretary of State. State. What's the title? Priti Patel in the British government. She's been accused of. She used to be in the boss of the Home Office, but now she's the. Now I'm thinking of Secretary of State because of the American policies. It will come. It will come back to me. Bear with me. She's been accused of bullying. She's been accusing of bullying. She's a Secretary of State, I think. Yeah, and we've been talking about it. Is this because being in that element of already being undermined most of the time, or not being appreciated or being accepted in this world of male and macho? Is that the problem? So we'll be having a conversation around all this. We'll be talking about this. So in the meantime, I'm gonna be bringing my guest on, and then I'll come back to you shortly. Let's get back to you in a minute and see how it works with technology. You can follow us on our YouTube. You can follow us on our Facebook page. Follow us on P-Town Radio Facebook page. We are live on all these pages. So let's get a little break and see how people are going and technology, how we can bring them in. We're back with you So, welcome again for everyone. Again, this is our Friday Business Talk, and I've just done an introduction of myself. So we're going to be here for probably another hour, and I've got today with me joining me from their places with this COVID. We cannot go in the studio, so on the call I have Lilian Wimana, who is the HR director or the HR leader in DBI. Lilian Wimana, she's a mother of 4, but I'm not going to do the introduction. Let me let her introduce herself. Otherwise, I'm going to do not enough justice to herself. Can I come to you first, Lilian? Are you there? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
So can you introduce yourself? Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I can hear you.
I think we're having
I can hear you.
yes.
We're having a little bit of connection problems. But if you allow me, I can introduce myself. My name is Lilian Wimana, and I am the HR manager here at DBI. The role with pride, because the way I see human resources is like an evolving way of making sure that people are not stagnant, but they evolve in everything that they do. As you say, I'm a mother of 4, and those are my biological children, but I won't be saying that they are my only children, because some of them who are on air maybe kill me when I finish. But yes, I am a mother of many, and I'm blessed to be able to be here today and to be able to share with you this very interesting topic.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for your time. And you've seen the topic we're going to be talking about. We're talking about business women in decision-making position. So I'll come back to you. Let me bring on board our next guest, Rita. Can you hear us, Rita Moore? Are you there? Can you hear us? Or are you in the mute? That's the beauty of technology. We keep trying and see if it's going to work. Cool. Well, while we are waiting for Rita, when you hear us, just come on board. So Rita Moash is the owner of Mama Rita Restaurant. But she's not only the owner of that place, she created the whole project from scratch. I know her story from the beginning, start from home. And today she's got, and this is what was, she's growing bigger and bigger. We'll hear more about her as a business owner, as a mother, but she's also a mother of many, not only for her biological child, as just Lilian mentioned it. There is this, how can I call it, gracefully expression we find from women when instead of saying this is my children, you're talking about you are children of many. Is that the way I would say women sees the world, especially when you're in decision making? You don't look on a individualistic approach, you're more looking on a holistic approach. Is that something you make a comment on, Lilian?
Yes, definitely. When you are a woman and when you are a mother, it's so important not to focus only on the children that you have had biologically. It's always good to look at the whole environment where you are in and see who really need help, who really need enhancement. So that is the beauty of being a woman. It's being able to care or to look after those around you. It might be your children, your biological children, but it might be whoever is around you who need nurturing. So that is why it's always good to say you're a mother of many, so that it can allow others as well to feel comfort around you, because they know that that heart is open and they have that open door to come and acquire any knowledge they need or anything that they want to know.
Wow, thank you. You're dropping big words there. To get nurturing. I'll cut to that one. Rita, are you there? Can you hear us now? Is everything okay? We cannot hear you. I don't know if it's your microphone, but it's showing like can you hear us? Well, we're still having some challenges with Rita connections. We'll see what's happening. We'll keep trying. So bear with us. Stay there. Stay with us. The technical team is working today. We are blessed to have, as I say, we have a lot of women and girls in our team who are working hard, making sure everything runs smoothly. So I give a shout to Cynthia, I give a shout to Maya and Tanya, who are working in the back, making things moving forward. You will hear them in the near future. They've already been on the radio with me before when we were talking about young people in decision making. Lilian, coming to you. It's come out of October, Black History Month. We just seen Black Lives Matter. and there is this appetite or conversation of gender, male, female, all the genders included. Is this good time for women to step forward? Is it the right time, especially for you in the HR? What would you say? Would you like to see more women, and what is the challenges there?
I think it has, if I can say it right, I'm trying to.
Go on, we can hear you.
All right, I will try and answer as I see Rita still having problem connecting, and I will just jump in and reply to the question. I think it has always been the right time for women to jump into leadership decision making. I think the world has just been slow to recognize that, and I think we might be saying that, and there might be women listening to us and saying, what you're talking about, women are in decision making. We have president women, we have people who are doing amazing work as women. But what we cannot forget is that the work still to be done, and there's still so many women who are in the bottom line. And I think it's always has been good to have women in decision making. I think the way we think and the way we operate is completely different from men, so that diversity of having a male and a female always be a benefit to an organization, to a company, to a group, to a project, because it brings the good out of the both gender, which is male and female, and the way we are made. It would be always good to have that complement, and I think that's even takes an organization to its success. So that I think, if that have replied to your question, I'm not sure. The internet is not really well, so sometimes I'm not catching the question properly.
Yes, you have replied to my question. Rita, are you still there? Can you hear us? Technical team, is the thing going well?
Can you hear me?
Hey, thank you very much. We can hear you very well. Thank you. Good to see you, Rita.
Thank you.
Well done for bearing with us. Oh, thank you very much. So let me come back to you. I was just doing a quick introduction of you, roughly. But do you mind giving an introduction of yourself, or your name, who you are, and what you do?
My name is Rita Amoa. I'm the owner of Mama Rita's Kitchen. We serve African Caribbean, very delicious food, and we are based. We are on Mayflower Street, number 89.
Wow, that's the new place, isn't it?
Yes.
Wow. Can you tell a bit the history? You know, people might here say you are just the owner of Mama Rita's Kitchen.
Yeah.
Where's Mama Rita Kitchens come from? Can you tell us a little bit background of it?
So I started this business from home. I was just doing deliveries and to people from a village that I live in Millbrook, Como. And gradually we grew it, and then we moved to Plymouth. We moved to Plymouth in the market. We got a store in the market, and it was successful. So we moved outside the market, and now we are in a bigger premises now. So it has been a gradual process to where I am today, which I am very grateful for what I've achieved.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. So is that the logo on your jumper? Is that the logo
Yes,
of your?
that is.
Yes, that's Mama Rita's logo. Yeah. Well, we'll put the logo of your organization on the screen on our break time probably. We'll see if we can do that. But thank you so much for joining us. We'll have a conversation. We'll keep going. On the call, you have Lillian. You know Lillian? She's the head of HR within DBI. So we're talking today about women in decision-making position.
Yes.
You know, when we have a women as the decision makers. And I was giving earlier example, we're in this time of COVID, where some statistics or says came out saying those countries which were led by women had a better response to this COVID,
Yes.
had more the population felt they've been catered for or they've been looked after.
Yeah.
And Lillian mentioned saying being able to care. This is a woman thing. I'm just gonna drop in a little thing here. I was reading Maya Angelou quote, and she says, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel."
Yeah.
Do you think women, you have that capacity of sharing that feeling? Lillian, do you want to say something?
Oh yes. I think it's in a way that created us, in a way that we were made. We have that, we feel. So everything that we do comes from a feeling. You don't do things just for the sake of doing it, but you do it because you feel it's the thing to do and you feel it's the right move to make. So I think in decision making, that makes even better because you are not going on your impulse. I think that is where we differ from men. We don't go on impulse, but we go on feeling, the right feeling inside you. And that quote of Maya Angelou is my anthem. I go wherever I have a chance to speak. That is something that really relates to what I believe and who I am as a woman.
Thank you for that. Rita,
Yeah.
what do you talk about? What do you feel about? What would you be your comment around impulse decision versus feelings, using the gut feelings, maternal feelings in decision making?
I don't think a woman can make a decision if it's not coming from her intuition, if it's not feeling it. Because as Lillian said, we were created this way. We were created to nurture, we were created to care. And everything we do by feeling it. So I've made a lot of decisions by my intuition. My gut tells me to do it. I have to do it. If I don't do it, it's not going to go the way I wanted it to go. So it's important that we do things with the way we feel. If not, you're going to make a mistake.
Wow. I hope people are listening to what we're saying, and you can always ask a question for those following us on our different platforms. For those who are listening to us, I have Rita from Mama Rita Kitchens today with me, and I have Lillian from HR, the head of HR within DBI, and we're talking about women in decision-making positions. So we've been hearing, saying from the women themselves how they are made. They're made to care. They're made to nurture. That mother nature, and that has helped a lot in decision making. So if anyone has a comment or anything to say, please tweet us, link us, or any other platform you can talk to us. We have a technician on the hands to respond to your question. This is getting really exciting, and I'm enjoying. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. My question will come again on this angle where that nature of being, the nurturing, the kindness, the gentle element of a woman, versus what is most of the time portrayed, especially I'm gonna come back, especially around women from the BAME community, women, where we have that the society have a tendency of pigeonhole individuals or seeing female or women in the context of second level or in a sexualized context or in a not the person to go to when it comes to making a decision. Do you see that within the society? Do you see it in your workplace? Rita, do you want to make a comment on that?
I didn't hear because the line was glitching. Can you repeat that again?
Sorry, maybe our internet is playing up. I was saying this challenge we're finding in the society today, I'm making the conversation in another level where we're talking about how sometimes the society or the male society may take the female kindness or gentleness or that nature of nurturing in a different context where women are starting to be sexualized level or seeing them in a sexual way. So when the female is gentle, is laughing, is smiling, they'll think it's an opportunity to seeing on another angle. Do you see that in your workplace where there's that diminishing approach?
I know that it's a big problem in society where women are seen as sex objects, which obviously I disagree with that. I try to be kind to people. I mean, smile with them because the nature of my work, I have to be nice and kind to people. But sometimes the men take it wrong way, thinking that you are flirting with them. I do experience that at work, yes.
So you think the society, how do you feel the society seeing a woman being the boss, having a boss, a woman as, is that a challenge the society is still having? Is that a society thinking it should happen? Or do you have those challenges when people come to you say, can I speak to the boss? Did you hear the question, Rita?
No.
Sorry, our internet might be having a challenge for you to hear as well. Let's try and keep see if we're not gonna get better. I'm coming to you, Lillian, if you can hear us. This element of the way the society put a woman in the context of sexualities, or what they portray most of the time. I was listening to one of the Michelle Obama interview, and people were, she made the comments, "Oh, we're all here, no one is twerking." What do you say about this, where the society tend to sexualize whenever they see a woman? Can you hear us, Lillian?
I've had a question breaking, so hopefully, if probably I don't know how we're gonna deal with it, because I just kind of took some chunk of the question. I didn't hear the full question that you gave to us. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Technology is playing up today. Technology is playing us up today. So trying new stuff is not working well.
I might take a break probably and try to rectify it.
I'm taking that angle. Let's take one more question on your side. I'll come to you, Lillian, if you can hear me. Where the society tends to see a woman as a sex symbol, the sexualities or bringing sexuality the women, instead of seeing a person as equal or sometimes your boss, what they see most of the time is all to do with a woman in a sexual way. Do you see that a lot in your workplace or in the society?
I may say in the society, in the workplace, I'm not in acquaintance with a lot of men, and it's a bit difficult to answer it in terms of saying in my workplace. But in the society, yes, definitely, it's there, and it's very worrying because when you become nice, it's like you are inviting someone to make a wrong move or to say something that is not appropriate. And when you become too harsh or kind of what they say strong, then you are portrayed as an angry woman or a woman who is not gracious enough to portray her womanhood. So that really leave a woman who wants to evolve and progress in her work in a bit of a dilemma, because she carries the instincts of eternal maternal instinct in her. So therefore, the way she acts may come up as nurturing, as I say earlier, and that can be taken off in a wrong way. Yes, we are in a society which is evolving, and I'm daring to hope that those kind of things will always change by the time girls grow up and become women in leadership or in places of decision making.
Oh, thank you. That's the hope all of us we have here. That's the hope we see in the society. Hopefully, we get to that society where we understand a woman as a person, as Rita contributing the society, not that element of pigeoning hole or sexualizing the person, or from their kindness you turning into advances. So thank you. I don't know if you can hear us now, Rita. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. So did you get a little bit of that question? Do you want to make a comment on it? Where you see a woman when she put her foot down, turns out being saying she's a angry woman, and especially comes they say angry black woman. What would you say about that?
Yeah, I think for Black women, especially Black women in this side of the world, we've got a lot to prove, and it's hard to fit in. I think sometimes, obviously, I feel like that sometimes, that the Black women in this side of the world struggle to fit in. It doesn't matter what you do, you're always seen as something else, which is negative. So yeah, people say that it's hard to approach me because of my face, because I'm seen as not friendly. But then when you get to know me, I'm quite a nice person. But then I have a reason why maybe my face is not friendly. Because when you come across friendly, people then, take advantage. So it's something that needs to stop.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good.
Mm-hmm.
So it needs to stop.
Well, thank you very much for what you are telling us and the conversation we're having. And I'm hoping people are listening. And I'm talking to my men. How can I call them? Brothers and those who are out there thinking, when a woman's showing her graceful, we even call this conversation a graceful conversation or graceful expression. It's not a reason thinking, oh, because she's smiling or she's friendly, that is an opportunity of making advances and thinking anything you see around a woman is only sexuality. So hope the society is listening, and that's the purpose we brought this in today, when we're going to be seeing when you have a woman as a boss, what's the advantage within the society, how the society have been moving forward. And we wanted to on this conversation today because in the business element and in the business society, we tend to have more male than female. We'll come and talk about how come we have more male than female, what's happening, how come we're not getting much female coming forward. But also we'll come about talking about the role models. So we're going to take a little break for about 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and make sure our technology is working well. See 5 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hi, we're back on. Thank you very much for bearing with us, and hopefully we had a 5-minute break. So I'm coming back, and we will do just another 10-15 minutes before everyone shoots off to the daily road, and then that's what the mothers do, multitasking at the same time. So thank you for joining, all of you. I've got a question coming through our social media. There is one question saying, let's see if the question will come up on the screen. What happens when you're knocked down or blocked from growing in an organization that's full of men? Lillian, you want to go first?
What happens when you are knocked down or blocked from growing in an organization that is full of men? Then you leave. That would be my simple and straight answer, because I don't know if it's an organization culture, then it will be difficult for you to be in there and be able to make a change. By a woman, being a woman by yourself in that organization, you will be a target. So for me, it will do you more harm than good. So it will be better for you to leave and find something else instead of staying and being a victim of something that you cannot really change.
Yeah. So thank you very much. I'm hearing there. So make the bold move. Don't accept what can we call them, low standard. Beyond the low standards, don't accept those type of. So it's a move, and you find there's something else. Okay, thank you very much for that. Rita, any comment on that question?
So what happens when you are knocked down or blocked from growing in an organization that is full of men?
Yes.
If I was talking to the person who asked this question, I will ask them to explain it a little bit further, because what position are you in that organization, and what are your contribution to that organization? If you're just a member who is at the bottom, then I guess you leave. But if you've worked hard for that organization, I will not leave. I will fight and make sure that as a woman in an organization full of men, they don't knock me down or block me out. Because if we start leaving, as I said, depending on your position, the men will carry on bullying us. We've got to start standing up for ourselves.
Thank you for that question. Thank you for answering that. So, be the change as well. So if you are the leader in there, you are in decision making, make that change so that person, no one feels blocked or knocked down because of their gender. That will be a good answer. Thank you very much. Let's see on another question. So there's one. So, what is your advice to other Black girls or even your daughter or daughters how to deal with the stereotypes? Lillian, you want to go first?
What is your advice to the other Black girls, or even my daughter, on how to deal with stereotype? I think if I'm dealing with this, it's very personal, and this starts from a young age, which is to build your girls, to build our daughters as people who will be able to face the world without having that feeling of being stereotyped as a woman or as someone who cannot do better than the other counterpart. I will educate them from a young age to be able to stand for themselves, to be able to bring the best of who they are in whatever they do. And if someone is stereotyping them, that is not our daughter's problem or my daughter's problem, is the problem of the other person who's exhibiting that behavior. Therefore, it shouldn't be a problem that someone will look at it, a young girl will look at it and feel beaten by or inferior, because that is not their problem. It's the problem of the ignorance of the person who is exhibiting that behavior toward them. So I will educate them from a young age. I will tell them that they're enough, that they can do better, that the values that they have, they hold within them, is enough for them to go forward in everything that they want to do or they're willing to do. And that should be their drive, not the drive negative side, which tells them that because you are this gender, you can do better, because you are this color, you are limited to what you can do. So for me, I encourage them, and if there is anybody who's listening and who has been stereotyped, just to tell you that there is hope there, because there is people who think differently, and when you find them, you will see that the whole world is not full of people who stereotype others or who minimize others. There are good people out there. And that is my advice.
Thank you very much. Hope. Thank you for that ray of hope you always bring in. Thank you very much for that. Rita, what would you say to that?
I think Lilian said everything pretty much. If you educate your child right from the beginning that they are enough, they are beautiful, they are everything that a human being should be, then they will be fine.
Fantastic. Well, I was reading one of quote from Kamala Harris, because this is also trendy today with the American elections. She was saying on speaking up, what I want young women and girls to know is you are powerful and your voice matters. You are going to walk into many rooms in your life and career where you may be the only one who looks like you or has had the experience you've had. But you remember that when you are in those rooms, you are not alone. We are all in that room with you, applauding you on, cheering your voice, and just so proud of you. So you use that voice and be strong. This is really interesting because it's no longer just one girl. It's no longer just one woman. It's all the women together saying to every girl and every woman, you're not alone, even if you feel yourself alone. Have you found yourself in a room when you are just like you, or just the only person who's like you, and you felt like not in the right place, Lilian? Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Did you hear my question last one where I was talking to you, Lilian?
No.
Oh, I was saying, have you found yourself in a place where you find you're the only person, and then you have to use that energy of all the other women to feel, that you need to move forward? Well, I think we still have those technical issue challenges going on.
Yeah.
We'll continue and trying to finish as fast as we can because time's flying as well. Multitasking, I know women, you are really good at that one. But just one last question to you. Who is your role model, and do we need a lot of role models from women? Rita, Mama Rita, start with you. Who's your role model?
My mother is my role model. And yes,
tell us a little bit about your mother. Why?
My mom is my role model because she taught me how to work hard. She was a very hard-working woman, and she brought us 4 children up well all by herself. So I look up to her.
Thank you. Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much for that one. Lillian, how about you?
Who's my role model? Oh my goodness. It is this question is very complex to me and personal because it's always easy to have role models who have achieved so much, who are out there and you see them. You know, if I say Michelle Obama, I feel it sounds as a cliche because she has gone to become the first lady of the biggest nation in the world. But I would really love to have role models who I can um, measure myself up to them, which is as I'm growing, I look up to them and I feel like I can do better and I can keep going. So one of the role models that I have in my life has been a woman that I know very well. She is a friend of mine and I love her to bits, but I don't even know if she knows that she is my role model. Her name is Antoinette Abinshuti, and she is a head of a big organization in Senegal at the moment. She's a woman that I've been always looking up to and see she works hard to achieve what she's achieving at the moment. And secretly, I admire her. She's my friend. I think she knows that, but she doesn't know the role that I have in my life. So as I face challenges, as I face things that are hard, I always find myself looking up to what she's doing and feeling inspired. But there is other role model that I have, as I said, who have achieved so much. Recently, we saw the vice president-elect of America, who is doing things, and for me, I can look up to her model, but still having that sense of feeling that she's a bit far away from me. Another role model, if you can allow me to have many, is a lady that I admire so much. Her name is Marion Mayers. I'll be with her tomorrow on a very hard topic on girls to women. She's a woman that I admire as well and look up to, and see how she navigates her life makes me inspired and look forward to what is ahead of me. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, ladies, you are my inspiration. You are role models for me. Thank you very much for joining me on this call. And I'm hoping a lot of people have been listening and following. The time is running fast of us, so I'm going to give each of you a minute to tell us what is you have in the pipe, what's coming up before we wrap up with our show today. I'll come to you, starting with you, Rita. What is it you have? Tell us about Mama Rita. 1 minute.
What is it I have? What coming up? You mean, or?
Yes.
Okay, so obviously lockdown is over next month. Is it the 3rd? So the restaurant will be open again. We've got a brunch coming up on the 13th, and yeah, just work. I just work. That's what's coming up.
Brilliant. We'll put your address in our social media. We'll continue promoting your business to let people know amazing food you're doing. And looking forward, this lockdown has stopped us coming to see you, but we'll be coming to see you soon.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
What is it coming? What have you got in the pipe?
Right. I will hope that my internet is not playing up and you can listen to me properly. Yes, what I have coming up next is tomorrow. Tomorrow we are organizing a conference about, we're talking about the emotional intelligence into young girls becoming women. This is a project that is a baby to us. It's something that has been very close to my heart to be able to create a space and a place and a platform where girls can be in and grow to become great women who can achieve whatever they want to achieve in life. So we have our first event tomorrow. It's at 2 p.m. until 4, and it will be on platforms, which are Girls to Women platform. If you are on Facebook, if you are on Instagram, even on YouTube, we will be live. We will be talking about this interesting topic, which is emo intelligence. So I can't wait to see everybody will be able to attend. And as in the technical team, myself and our guests, we're all excited to be able to host this event, which has been long coming. And we hope to see you there. It's for us, but hey ho, if you are and you feel like you can benefit from having a little bit of knowledge about your emotions and how to navigate it in life, come on, you can come and listen. It's not, I won't keeping you out. We are welcoming you if you want to hear a little bit more of that talk.
Definitely, I'll be there tomorrow. Thank you very much for your time, ladies. Thank you for accepting the invitation. Time goes fast when you're having fun, but continue shining on what you're doing. You are role models to us in the society, and I'm sure the girls are agreeing with me as well. You are role models to us. Keep shining, and we're gonna see more of the women in decision making. So thank you for today. I had Lillian, the HR head of HR in Diversity Business Incubator, and I had Rita Amor, the owner of Mama Rita Kitchen. Thank you all for this evening, and thank you to all our partners, and thank you to Pitam Radio and Tendai and the family. So we say thank you to everyone, and thank you to our technical team. Until then, we'll see you again.
Thank
Cheerio.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you very much for having us.